Coming to the second part of Excel, let's just look at some of its more features. We can add some more features on cells, each cell, and I can check how exactly my data looks like, my color schemes for the cells, and I can also apply formulas. So let's first just look at and put in some values in our cells, and serial number, some names. Let's just put up. I can copy the text, I can paste it, and I can right click copy and right click paste. And let's put in the marks here. Okay, now I can change the look of my numbers because this is a number-based application. So I can use them percentages here, and I can, these percentages are always in the multiples of hundreds, make sure, but I can choose how many decimal places before, and I can have how many decimal places after the decimal, okay? And also I can choose how my numbers should look like. They should have text, fraction, time format, number format, general, specific. And I can even choose the number of decimal places, so I can click on percentage here and I can choose how many decimal places should be there before and after. Now I can use some formulas, apply some formulas on these. Along with that, I can choose how my cells would look like. But let's see, I can go ahead and take the sum of all these. So I go to auto sum and I choose sum. This will automatically sum all the values without me adding anything or using a calculator. And I can choose whether this is good or bad, or is this normal, whatever it is. I can choose a color for this in order to give me a representation for a later on purpose. So I can choose variations in the colors also. I can apply average also, so I can use average, count numbers, maximum out of the values. I can choose the minimum of the values. So various things I can apply on these. Also, I can use a formula. All I need to do is I need to put in the equal to sign. And once I do that, I can apply a formula. We'll come that to later on. And let's see what all we can insert. I think you've seen all of these things before also. Smart art, tables, shapes, and everything. So I can choose pictures, whatever pictures I want to add, clip arts, you know them, shapes, smart arts. Just look at them once again. insert pie charts here. I can insert pie charts here and just add variations the way they are. Again, for the page layout, I can choose a background for my page also. I can insert breaks. I can get, say, the size, formulas. You see, this is the specific feature about Microsoft Excel. I can insert many formulas. So if I have to insert a function, that means I have to edit the formula for this particular cell. I can simply use an equal to sign if I want to. However, I can also check which recently used formulas I've already done. So if I want to calculate the average, I just click on average. Select the cells, click on average, and you see I get the average of all the numbers above except 241, okay? So for 64, 50, 56, and 71 values, I have the average automatically calculated without me using a calculator. And this is a bad average, so I'll choose it as pink, bad here. I can also apply the different types of formulas here, you know. Let us see if I want to go ahead and apply some kind of financial formulas. But before that, I can type a formula using equal to sign if I want to make my own formula. So if I say equal to and I select that particular cell and I say into multiply by this particular cell, first cell of marks, I am going to apply that formula. So I simply write equal to, and once I do that, once that formula is from A2 into E2, that means 1 into 64, I give 64. So I can simply put my mouse on the right hand side of that cell and I can drag it down, and all the formulas are applied to all my values. You see, because 241 does not have any number, so it's given me the value of, 60 does not have a number, it's given me a value of 0. And along with that, if I have the total sum of all these values, it is automatically giving me that too. I can use mathematics formulas, sine, cosine, degrees, whatever I want to. These are all to be explored. It can take you days to explore whatever options there are according to your requirements and need. The point is that Microsoft Office provides that platform for you to work on them. You can use engineering formulas, statistical formulas, you can use cube functions, you can use information. So whatever it feels and whatever functions you want to apply on each one of these values, you can use them and try them on your own. I can also use filter. Now filter basically filters my tab, my cells, in a way that if I want to choose or sort them from A to Z or Z to A. So what kind of filtration I want to apply to them, that means if I want to specifically set a setting for my cells and I want to choose them in a particular manner, I use filters for them. That means I'm going to filterize my tabs here. So I've sorted them Z to A. Now I'm going to sort them A to Z. I can sort them by color. So when you see if I apply a filter, you see there's an arrow on Sam, right? There's on that cell, there's an arrow which shows that I have applied a filter on my cells. I can group the rows together under one group. I can complete them in one group, and I can ungroup the rows. I can also select the row height for my each row, and I can select all of them and I can set their height. So if I want the same height for all my rows, that they should be bigger or smaller in their width, so I can choose that for them, and whatever value I want to put, I can do that. So let's choose 30. So all my rows in this particular table are at this particular height. And I can choose the width of the columns also. So all my columns in this table are of this particular dimension. Again, I can choose to check the view, page layout, normal, page break view. Now page break view helps me that how many pages I am making of my document. So if I want to make my complete document on one page to take out an easy printout, I simply use my mouse and drag the indents, the dotted lines, towards the right. And I can check my print preview, how my document would look like in the print. I can zoom it and see. I can also freeze the panes, which would mean that whatever row I choose, that row would be frozen. That means it's going to be fixed. And I can scroll all the rows below that. You see, if I have frozen these panes, the row numbers are changing, and this particular data is fixed. So if I have data, say for example for 500 entries, and I don't want my name, section, subject marks to move, I simply go ahead and freeze that particular freeze that particular frame of my Excel document, and I can scroll up to the lower dimensions, the lower values, 46, 47, 48, 500, but my name, section, subject marks, and marks calculator row will remain fixed there. Okay, these were some of the features of Excel, and I hope you have more to explore. Thank you.